machine, but this is not my physical machine. This is the virtual machine that I use SSH to remotely access onto my physical machine. So right now I am accessing the sandbox virtual machine or working environment remotely, but I'm working directly from my physical machine. Okay. So now we are in the terminal and we want to practice all the things that we have talked about so far, right? So the first thing we want to do is we want to change directory. Okay, we want to talk about command, right? We said in this terminal or in Linux, we use command to do whatever we want to do, right? So the first thing I want to do is, the first thing you want to do in Linux is you want to know your working directory. Where are you working in? Because you want to create a file, you must know where you want to create a file, or you want to develop a software, you must know which particular part of the terminal you are. Okay, to do that, we use the command pwd, which stands for print working directory. So you want to retain the path of the working directory that you are working with. It's as simple as that. You don't need to think about this too much. It's very simple. We know what Linux is. We know Linux we work in terminal or the command prompt. And this is the terminal. The terminal, you don't have icons. You only use commands throughout. And the commands we want to use right now is we want to know where we are. So we type PD. We type PD, it returns slash for us. The slash over there is saying that we are in the root directory. Don't forget, we said that the parent or the original or the beginning of the Linux file structure is what the root directory. And the root directory is represented with what? /. So when I want the system to return where I am, the system return what? Slash, which shows that I am actually in the root directory. In the root directory, I can decide to list the items or the subdirectories that are in the root directory. And to do that, we say to list, these are one of the most important commands. Where you are in the directory, what are in the directory. So to do that, we say we use ls. The ls is long listing. You want to list the things that are in your directory. So when I hit enter, it lists everything that is in the root directory for me. So you can see it lists all these items in horizontal structure. Okay, so you have the /bin, boot, dev, sc, home directory, and all those things. But I don't want it in this directory. This is when the command option comes in. So I want to list it vertically, right? And in the order in which they were created. So I'll use ls as the original command. And don't forget, we talk about command options. So the command option I want to use is to list it in vertical structure. So ls-l, I want to see it in long listing, right? So when I hit enter, you can see that the listing has now changed from horizontal to vertical. So this is long listing. So the -l over here becomes the command option. The command itself is what? ls. But because I want to do some modification to the output, I want to modify the output of my result or my command, I'm using command options. I want different option of the output. That's what it basically means. Okay. Now, if I want to list it in the time in which they were created, I'll use ls-ltr. Now you can see when you compare the two commands above, you can see that the home now becomes, or the home now is now at the top. So what basically it means is that, and when you follow the date, you realize that so the home was created on what? 6 April 2020 in that order. That's what the -ltr does for me, right? So reverse order and timely order. So if I want to clear the screen, now you can see there are too many things on the screen. Now how, if I'm working, I will not see things clearly. If I want to clear the screen in Linux, we just use the simple word clear. So C-L-E-A-R. I clear my screen. Now, if I want to run the previous command that I've run, all I need to use is to use the arrow key. Okay. So if I press the top arrow key, all the previous command that I've already run will not show. So you have the ls over here. So the ls is the command list for me. Then we have the L as in what? Long listing. Then we have in timely order and in reverse order. So we hit that again. We have our command output. Okay, so I think this is okay for now for this video, and I will not go ahead of ALS. And this, I think, when you combine these two videos, I think you'll now be in a good driver's seat to actually continue with the program. So this is actually for those who have no idea about the Linux operating system and all those stuff. Okay, so I think this will help you a long way. Okay, so before we go, let's just practice on some of the assignment that we have. So let me see if I can go back to project, and let's see if we have some of the assignment that we can practice. So we have shell navigation over here. So let's go through some of the shell navigation command and let's see. So the first one is telling us that we should do something. It said change your working directory to /root, then create an empty file. Okay. So since I've already connected, to change directory, I'll use the command cd, and I'll use /root. So this is what I want to do. The cd is to change directory, C for change, D for directory. I want to change directory to /root. So when I hit enter, I'm now in /root. Now you can see when you compare before the hash sign, so before the hash symbol or the pound symbol, you can see that there are two different things over here. We have slash in the first one, and we have tilde. That sign over there is known as tilde. The tilde in Linux is actually a symbol to represent your home, like your home directory. So if I do pwd, I should see /root. The /root over there is telling me that I am in my home root directory. This is not the original root. This is my home root directory. That's what it means. That's what the tilde means. So there's difference between the slash and then the tilde. They are all root, but one is the beginning of the file system, and one is just my own root, my home root. So if I do ls, you can see that it is different from the ls as in root. So if I do ls root, you can see that all these outputs. So you can see that the ls, I'm just saying that ls is the command, list the content of the original root directory. So now what the assignment is asking us to do is that we should create a file. Already, I have the file already. I already have the file so cool already. So I want to delete this file. So if I want to delete this file, I'll use the command remove -rf, then so cool. If I hit enter, it removes or it deletes the file for me. So if I hit ls again, we are not supposed to see the so cool. The so cool is gone because I have deleted it. Now the assignment is asked, or the project is asking me to create a file named so cool. So to do that, I'll use the command touch. I'll use the command touch to create the file. We can use the word, we can use echo, we can use vim, we can use so many commands over there. There are so many commands over there to create an empty file. But over here, I'll use the command touch. So the file name is what? So cool. So touch underscore, touch so underscore cool. So when I hit enter, I have just created an empty file known as what? So cool. So when I run the command ls again, we should be able to see the so cool. Now, if the file already exists and you run the command again, it only updates the timestamp. So if the file already exists and I've run the file again, it will only update the timestamp of the file. Okay, so we've seen everything already. We've demonstrated some practicals. We know how to update our system. We know how to connect. We know the meaning of SSH. We know the meaning of SFTP, and we know how to run some few commands in our learning. So I think it is okay for now to be in a comfortable seat to continue the rest of the program. So to exit, all I'll do is to run the command exit. So now I have disconnected from the server. Okay, so now I am no more connected to the virtual machine or the sandbox virtual machine. I'm now in my physical machine. And in my physical machine, since it is Windows terminal, if I run those commands again, it will tell me command not recognized, because Windows doesn't recognize those commands. It's only Linux that recognizes those commands. If I want to list things in my Windows command, in my Windows directory, in Windows, we use the command there. When I use the command there, which is directory in Windows, it displays things for me. And in Windows, if I want to clear tabs, if I use the command as in Linux, clear, it will say command not recognized, because in Windows, if you want to clear the screen, you use CLS. So you use CLS to clear the command in Windows. Okay. Thank you very much for this video. For this video, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.